All good here?
Hey,
Hell yeah. You're still in
Colton,
Brazil, right?
You'll never be the man your mom is.
That's true. That's 100% true. You had no argument with me on that one. In August, hell yeah. Whereabouts are you seeing us? Oh, I made a single. I should have made a double. ABQ, let's go, baby. Albuquerque. I'll be quirky. Are we live? Yeah, we're live. Okay, let me get some royalty-free tunes going on here so I don't get yoinked off YouTube. Okay, get rid of that. Quick hangout in chat. I can't promise that. If it happens, great. I can't promise anything though. I have no idea. The best way to say hi is find the bus, hang out by the bus after the show. Here waiting for October. Hell yeah, dude. Were you talking about possibly moving back to Canada or something, or to the States? Is that something I remembered? Okay, so yesterday, I didn't do a ton of work yesterday. I think the only thing I did... Can I run it from here now? I think I can. Oh yeah, but because Windows... There's another thing that's kind of annoying about Windows is I can't get... I can't have my love2d project actually output any text to my terminal. It has to be through like the love2d console, which is kind of annoying. But right, the only thing makes more sense just to launch it from here, I think. The only thing I added was there's a little bit of slidiness now. You probably can't really tell, but there's a very slight acceleration and a very slight deceleration. It's not quite as it's just a little bit more, I don't know. Feels a little more dynamic. That was all I did yesterday. Pretty easy. So what time? We got what, 45 minutes? What's something we could do relatively quick? Let's look at this coloring order shit. I got a whole bunch of code I got to move into the HUD module, so why don't we start doing that? Alrighty. Espresso. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so over here, let's get our main script. A lot of this shit's still happening in the main script. So I can get rid of all of this shit. I can get rid of this. Because we're doing gameobjects.init, so I don't need that anymore. I don't need this. I don't need this. We need to get rid of as much shit as I can here. That can all stay. Confuse us all. I do. Yeah. Managed to hire me full-time again without needing you in Canada, so you stayed. Hell yeah. You miss living there? Gertie, you have a great one. So many good games out so little time. Dude, I know, man. I know. Like, just my backlog of Nintendo titles I want to play is so heavy. Like, forget about Steam games for a little bit. Just the Nintendo stuff, man. There's a new Donkey Kong coming out like right away next month, I think. I still have to do the new Mario and Luigi. I'm playing the Wind Waker now because it's on the Switch. I played half of the first Mario and Luigi, the Game Boy Advance one. It's so good, but I probably won't finish it just because I got a million other games I want to play. I want to play that. I want to play the new Mario and Luigi, the one that was for the Switch. I want to play the new Pokemon Snap for the Switch. Donkey Kong Country Returns remake. New Donkey Kong Country. There's going to be a new Mario and a new Zelda. Oh my god, man. I did get the Switch too, yeah. I really like it. It's just a bigger, better Switch. Okay, let's look at some of this draw order shit here. So this is update, so game states in game. Switch it to game over if the player should die. Update the camera. Do the game over shit. Do the pause shit. Okay. So there's all these different canvases here. This is the one. So we set the canvas clear. Get rid of this. This stuff I'm still a little bit confused by in love2d. But I think we can basically take all of this code and put it over here. So missiles, distance, and points. There is not enough hours in the day, I know. Avowed, such a wonky story. Exploration, 10 out of 10. Never played. That's a series, right? Avowed. Never played the Avowed series. Get rid of that. Don't even know what I was doing there. Our blaster upgrades, our general stats. This is when the game is paused. So let's do, we'll make a function draw game over screen. Oops. Okay, let's move all this shit over here. Okay. Take all of this out of here. Okay, we got some, whoops. We got some errors going on over here. Game over font, right. And what is our game over font? So here. Okay, so then we say if game state isn't game over, then we draw that shit. Else draw game over screen. Okay, let's see if this still works. Let's get our enemies back in the game. We're over here. Oh, I got shields. Yeah, that's working. See if we're getting any of that weird draw order stuff. That might have fixed it just right there, honestly, just moving it to the other, moving it to its own function. I really like these square guys we did on Monday. They're fucking fun. Okay, that's pretty dope. So now in main, let's get rid of all this. Don't need any of that. Should be able to get rid of these two and these two. Make sure we don't have any problems. We're good. Background canvas, game objects canvas, heads up display canvas. All right, that might have actually solved that problem right there. Moved game over, printing to HUD.lua. And actually I want to just go refactor. Okay, swoop. Expedition 33. Dude, I don't play any of the like AAA games. I don't know, man. They all kind of have this same feel. I hate to sound like a fucking game snob, but Like I started the new God of War and I lost interest quite quickly. Yeah, I haven't even done Doom. That one I will play, actually. I gotta play that one still. Fuck, I should get that one. I shouldn't say I don't play. There are a few AAA games that I get excited about. Hold on, that's okay. I should drink some water. Make the game over fun. Explode into a million pickles. That would be hard. I think I'd have to animate it somehow. Like I'd have to draw. Because right now it's literally just printing text. It's like printing a font. So you'd have to have... Oops. That's a really cool idea. Just let me die here. So I basically have to have, I think, pixels drawn underneath it. And then I would just have to animate it in A-Sprite. I'd have it drawn in here, however. Dead. And then I'd have to, like, make a new frame. Move these pixels back. You know, and do it like frame by frame. Unless there's some sort of particle system I could use. I know that there are particles in love2d. I haven't looked at them yet. I do want to start using particles. That's a cool idea. I'm gonna keep that in my head. Be a little bit of work for sure. Where the fuck am I here? Oh Jesus. There we go. Yeah, that'll be in the fancy if we got time, if it's worth it section. Yeah, open world fetch side quest. You have a skill tree that you gotta level up. Yeah, everyone's doing it. The whole graphics thing. I was reading this thread on Twitter the other day, and it was sort of about how like innovation in game dev used to be about like making a cool mechanic and a cool story, or like making something that someone hadn't made before, and now it's more about like making a really super realistic like pickup animation where you actually bend down and kneel down and pick up some dirt with the thing you're grabbing, and it's all like really technically impressive stuff. But I'm just like, I don't give a fuck, man. Like, I don't need an animation at all. If I just click it and then I have the item in my hand, like, I don't care. If the item is cool and it leads to a cool mechanic, then that's awesome. You know? They just all kind of have that, like, Unreal Engine feel to them. I think I will pick up GTA 6 just because it's GTA 6. But I honestly don't think I'm going to love it. I'll get it just because it's GTA. But I do like Nintendo games still. Like, Nintendo, I still think they seem to make games... They still have the spirit that they used to make. You know what I mean? Okay, and because this is the last draw, let's just go here. I'm just going to set the draw color back to white at the end. Hopefully that doesn't fuck anything up. We'll see. That should fix the kind of weird drawing shit. Okay, cool. Yeah, everyone has to get it. It's the law. Yeah, exactly. Click item added to inventory. Like, that's, you know, I don't care about the high fidelity animations, and I don't like how they feel. Like, I like a game where I press the button and then the sword is stabbing or the sword is swinging. Like, I don't like it when I press the button and there's like, shoom. Like, the timing feels weird. They don't feel like smooth and snappy, and they lag a little bit. Like, unless you have like a really powerful, and I have like a powerful PC, but I don't like the idea that you have to have enough money to afford a super powerful PC to be able to play most of the games these days. You know what I mean? Like it used to be like they'd fit a 4-disc fucking game onto a single N64 cartridge. It's like, how did they do that? No one knows. It's insane. Dad's Tasty Farts, welcome on in. How you doing? Back in San Fran in October. Hell yeah, dude. It's crazy. Well, it's because they have like 500-person teams making these games too, right? And when you have like a team that big, it just becomes a corporate product. And again, they're very technically impressive, and like they're still, like the games are still good. Like I had fun playing God of War. I just didn't finish it because it was just sort of like I felt like I'd played that game already. You know what I mean? Same thing with Elden Ring even. Like I just enjoy. I don't know. I think indie games are just where it's at right now. But even the indie games are getting, like that term's even getting kind of crazy. Like there's like indie studios that have fucking 200-person teams. It's like, that's not really indie. Works with a smaller team. Yeah, he's with, what is it again? Supermassive? Shenmue on Dreamcast? I'm not sure. I never actually had a Dreamcast. Yeah, I mean, it's not to say anything again about like all the developers. They're great. The artists are great. Everyone is super talented people making these games, but I just wish there was a little more originality. I'm really excited for Daniel Mullen's new game when that one comes out. Like there are some people who are still making unreal fucking games. Jonathan Blow when his new game comes out. Those are the two I'm most looking forward to by a long shot. Yeah. They're fun for a while. I don't finish them, I find. And like, I don't like voice acting. I don't want any voice acting. I want to read the text. I want there to just be like, I don't want cinematics. I don't want voice acting. I don't want any of that shit. I don't think I'm missing out, man. I really don't think I am. Just my personal preference, baby. Whoops. I think people who exclusively play AAA games are missing out. I think it's like you're missing out on like the real fucking innovative, cool shit that people are making. It's like if you only listen to the top 40, right? And the only movies you watch are Marvel and Star Wars. You're missing out. Okay, that was easy. I think we fixed that coloring problem just by moving that drawing shit into the other module with its own function. Sure. That's good. What else is on the old to-do list here? The wall heads. There's this one enemy type that they have kind of a different... The way they work is different than the other ones. Let's just see if we can figure this out here. Let's go to interactions.lua. You know what? I'll throw them in. Oh, wait. I just want to see what happens. Might just hit an error. They kind of have like, instead of having a normal list, they kind of have these sub-lists because they spawn in groups and they have to interact according to the group and not according to all of them that are on screen at once. Let's just see what happens when we throw them in the game here. I'll put a couple right at the start. Let's go here.
Hey,
What?
Colton.
What?
Why don't you slip into something more comfortable?
Like a coma.
Like a coma.
Hey, you son of a bitch. How dare you? How fucking dare you? You son of a bitch. You absolute nasty son of a bitch. All right, here we go. I'm assuming this is going to go back to wall heads, main interactions, handle collisions. Okay, this is a job for the debugger. Let's throw a breakpoint in there. Okay, let's see. I think I got the debugger working here on Windows. that should be good. Our main script has what it needs. Okay, so then I think it'll be an hour conf.lua. I need to turn this to false. And then can we debug? Here we go. Okay, where's our call stack? Call function on module. So we're doing init there. I don't know if this is going to help us actually. No. Here, let's just hit that. Let's hit that. Interactions 99. If I had to guess, I'd assume it's in the enemies thing. Yeah, for each enemy. Right. So let's go to the wallheads script. Let's see if we can fix this somehow. Right, because there's no actual wallheads.list. Might have to just kind of rework this one. I don't know if we got time for that at the moment. You know what let's do instead? I'll work on these guys later. Let's just work on a little actual game design here. So I need to I do like this one wave that we got going on right now, but I think it's too early. It shouldn't be the very first wave of the game. So I think right now what we should start doing, let me disable those wallhead guys again. Home. Disable them from interactions as well. Oh, I'm in interactions. Worry about those guys later. Started off Atari and arcade games. Hell yeah. 6 to 12 months ago, I was actually thinking about this, Grumpy Puppy. Like, the amount that I've learned, like even 6 months ago, it's crazy. Full coma to get away from you people. Hey, how dare you? I am weird. I know. Yeah, isn't it crazy? It's fucking wild. I love the feeling of getting better at something. There's like no better feeling. Increasing your skill in something that you care about. I spend way too much time on Twitter these days, man. But I saw a tweet. It was like one of those viral tweets. It was something like, what a blessing it is to be exhausted by... How the fuck was it worded? It was worded much better, but basically it was, what a blessing to be exhausted by a challenge of your own choosing or something like that. I love that. Slow and steady, a little bit at a time, exactly. Burp counter. We should have a burp counter. Can you do a remind me? Do you have this list twice in different files? You could just import in both of them. Yeah, I know what you're saying. They're organized differently, though. So here, because I have the specific interactions differ between guys, like I have the enemies thing. I could just have one file that just has this enemies list and then just import that file, but who fucking gives a shit? That's just adding complexity that doesn't make a difference in my opinion. Where were we here? No, this is game objects. The reason I have it organized slightly differently in here is because I want to be able to just comment out if I don't want the obstacles, or I don't want the projectiles, or I don't want the enemies. And because all of these game objects all have an init, update, and draw function, this module here is just to clean up my main.lua script, so I don't have all those imports in here. And then over here in the interactions, it's organized a little bit differently because the interactions are actually different. The only one that's the same is this. I was actually just screwing around with that yesterday. I tried to organize them in a way that made sense in both modules, but it was easier to just do it this way. Sometimes I think the simpler way is better than the clever way, even if you end up repeating a couple lines of code here and there. Also, welcome in, Dom Dom. You OOP guy? Let me guess. You're a big OOP guy, but we do need a burp counter. That'd be fucking... That would be good. I do burp. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, though, because I actually went for a walk yesterday, and I thought the exact same thing. And then when I came in and I started doing my interactions module again, I started to notice, like, there's different functions called, like, even... Like, it's not... Like, the obstacles, even. So I have... what was it here? Where are we? Game objects? Like, even the obstacles... There's different functions that get called based on what's colliding with what. Same with projectiles. So it wasn't really like a one-size-fits-all solution. Yeah, I try to follow that too. But I also feel that if you use that as a dogmatic rule, in the past I've created so much complexity just to avoid typing something in twice. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just easier to you just have it in fucking a couple different places. And the amount of complexity that you have to add to avoid that, in my opinion, sometimes just isn't worth it. A lot of the time it is worth it. I agree with the don't repeat yourself principle, but I'm not dogmatic about it. Hell yeah, you make games in Lua? I'm using love2d, and it's good to meet you, man. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Was that you that followed there? Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Mom worked at Hole in the Restaurant as a kid, 2 arcade games and pinball. Dude, that's amazing. Okay, what were we doing? Yeah, we're gonna try and actually do a little bit of game design. So I do like this wave we got going on here, but I think it's too early. We need to have like a little bit of intro and stuff. We're gonna playdate game that has Lua SDK. Dude, that's sweet. Novus, good to see you again. One of the perks working on you. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. I just work by myself, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. You know, I don't need to worry about... I don't have like a giant code base. I don't have a bunch of other people like reading it. I just... As long as I know how it works, and I don't care about having a little bit of code repeated here and there to avoid complexity. That's just how I prefer to do it. Yeah. But yeah, good to see you, Novus. Welcome in. Dom, good to have you here. Working on Playdate game. That's sweet. I bought the Playdate a long time ago, and I've barely played it. I played a couple games on it. I bought it because Lucas Pope made a game on it, and I haven't even played that one yet. I got to get on it. It's the lack of backlight that bugs me. But that's really cool. It is a cool system, and I want to play Mars After Midnight. I love Lucas Pope. Yeah, I got the music written already, like kind of the main music. I can show you. I think I have it on here. Let me find it. Whoops. Where would it be? Let me just open FL Studio. Pretty sure I've showed everyone on the stream this before, but we'll see. Hopefully this doesn't crash my shit. It's sweet. It's good. Here we go. Shmup main. Pick a different audio device here. Yeah, it should be okay. Let's just see. Let me pause that. Yeah, have you played his other games? Oh, I think I got... Am I coming through... Might be coming through multiple audio devices here. Return of the Obra Dinn and Papers, Please are like 2 of my favorite games of all time. Thank you, Dom. I just use this NES VST plugin. It's super easy, and then I throw a little 3 times oscillator on there to add a little sub frequencies to the bass. Oh, dude, Dom. You gotta play it. One of the coolest games ever made. It looks... Do you know what it is? Thank you, iGrader. I'm glad you like it, man. That I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet, Freezing. I might... see if there's any, like, NES sound effect packs just to make it easier. Because if I do make my own, I'll just use this same plugin. Because I want it to really look like a fucking... or sound like an NES game. Yeah, that'd be sweet. No spoilers? Okay. I was gonna show you the trailer. Just because it looks so fucking cool, but if you've already seen it, then... like, if you know what it looks like and everything, then you're good. But it's so good. It's one of my favorite games. Okay, so here's what I want to do, but I'm scared I'm gonna fuck shit up here by doing it. What time are we at? I gotta go in 15 minutes. I just want to move everything back, and as of right now, so the asteroids... Wait, hold up. There should be some asteroids around that, should be asteroids around that first gate, I think, shouldn't there? Maybe I have to re-export that layer. Yeah. There should be some asteroids there, I think. Let me just get rid of... Yeah, okay, let's re-export that and see. All those ones are in there, that's good. Asteroid data, big. Layer will be... excuse me, asteroids big. Okay, let's see if that did it. What's it like working, with the Playdate SDK? I really like Lua. I've been fucking around. I've used, oh yeah, there they are. I said to re-export that file. I want them to be on this side, a little bit closer to the terrain, actually. So let's go. This is where that very first gate is. Okay, there's some objects in the game. Actually, I'm going to write this down on my to-do list. Because some objects in the game, I'm still... like, there's this one enemy type. I've still, like, manually written in all the X and Ys. But, you know what? That's just, like, some grunt work that I got to do. So change all game object creation to a sprite layers. Because then I'll be able to just fucking drag everything over. So before we actually start moving shit around, let's do that. So let's make a new layer. Tile map layer. We'll call this one gates. 16 by 16. Okay, and then we'll put... we have to make our tile first. Okay, and then I should be able to just go here, and whoopsies. If we put one there, and one there, and then what we'll have to do is we'll have to adjust that spawn info function. That parse, what is it? utils, parse. Is it an enemy utils? Yeah, parse spawn image. I guess this will probably end up being more of a general, not just for enemies, but it's okay. We can leave it here for now. So we'll insert the X and Y. So then I'm gonna need a way. Okay, I think I know how to do this. We'll do this. So right now, that's where the gates are. We're already importing that. So let's go making a knit. Pretty similar to love2d. Our style would work on the Playdate, man. Maybe I should make a Playdate game at some point. Harmony, square wave, and the noise. Hell yeah. Okay. Actually, small library tries to re-implement the Playdate SDK on the love2d side. Oh, that's cool. Port from Playdate directly with love2d. Oh, that's sweet. That's cool. Playbit on GitHub. Okay, sweet. Back from the painting. Hell yeah, dude. How's it going? That's super cool. Yeah, when I saw that the Playdate games were made in Lua, I was like, Lua is a cool language, man. It's a fun scripting language. I like it quite a lot. Okay, so we're gonna go enemy utils. Oops. Dot what is it? Parse spawn image. Okay, we need to make a new image. Gates. So we'll export this. We'll call this gates. Data. Sprites, that's fine. It's going to be layer gates, selected frames. Okay, that should be good. Local, let's say image, or we'll say data image. I can't remember what I called it in my other things. So it's, I think it's, whoops. New image. Let me open up asteroids. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess I can just put it right in the function. So sprite slash, what did we call it? Just gates data, I think. Where's sprites? Gates data.png. The table that we're going to populate is, I think it's called spawn info, right? And 16 pixel step size. I'm going to comment this one out for now. Have you made other games there, Dom? Anything we could check out? Okay, so we're gonna do this. And then I was thinking, because we need these gates have, you see they have a type either top or bottom. Top or bottom. And I need to set that manually. So I think what we could say is just if the Y, so we do that, we parse the thing, and then we could say for each entry in our spawn info, if entry.y is greater than our base resolution divided by 2, then type equals bottom. Oops. Else type, else, oh, whoops, entry.type. Entry.type equals top. We got some errors. What do we got? Oh yeah, end classic. Always forget about the end. Okay, let's see if that gate actually gets created where it's supposed to. Probably won't. Oops. Oh, Jesus. Okay, it did, but for some reason here, actually, let me get rid of the enemies, and let's put one in, like, kind of as soon as we get going. I just want to see, because that top one seemed like it finished its animation way before the bottom one did. Enemies, go away. And let's go back to Ace right here. Let's put one there. And let me just check that, because there's something to do with the buffer. Let's just see what happens here. Oh, I gotta re-export. Okay, that top one. Oh. Right. Right, I know why. Because we were saying... Right, because the top is actually the top left. So we gotta remove... Right, so the way this works... If you can imagine the thing keeps going this way. When I say that it gets created here, so the X and Y position of a thing in game dev generally is the top left corner. That's the X and Y. So it's treating this whole kind of gate section that should come down. This should be the bottom of the gate, but it thinks this is the top left corner, so it's immediately drawing the whole thing out here. So we actually have to, if I want to use this like a sprite method of plopping objects into the game, which I think would be good. This is kind of like my level editor, my like shoehorned in level editor. I'll have to do a little bit of math, so we can, I think just if we, so we do this, we give it the top and bottom, and then what we can do is we can just do another loop here. And we'll just say entry.type equals top. Then entry.y is entry.y minus our y resolution divided by 2. Let's see what that does. There it is. Boom. Dunzo. Ayo. Fuck yeah, baby. Getting to like Lua, a lot in JS. Yeah, the C flavor versus kind of shit. Yeah, if then, and then no, you don't even need the brackets either, right? Yeah, OBJ. See, I don't really use OOP. So I don't really do this very much. I kind of keep data and functions separate, but I do kind of like the shorthand, right? Because in most languages you'd have to go obj.method obj arg. Oops. But it's cool, man. I like it. Like I like the syntax quite a bit actually. I also like that you can dynamically insert things into tables. So I'll show you, for example, I have this where is it? I think it's over here. I have this spawn info function, or handle spawning. So basically what it does is as the camera's moving along the level, it basically says like so the camera's X position is always the far left side of the screen. So it says if the camera's X plus like the resolution of the game is equal to like the X and Y, or the X coordinate in these spawn info tables here, then it spawns the thing that spawns the enemy. but I need a flag there. Otherwise, it would just spawn them every frame. So I can just have, I check here. You just say, if not info entry.spawned, you do the spawning, right? You pass the spawn function into this function here. And then you say info entry.spawned equals true. So you don't even have to actually have, like, it would look like this. Whoops. Really, each one should have, like if I was doing it in another language, I would have to write spawned equals false. Spawned equals false. But Lua, like an empty entry, like something being false and just a completely empty entry, both evaluate to nil. So you don't even have to add that to the table. You can just add it dynamically here. I just say info entry.spawned is true, and then it just automatically adds spawned equals true, and then doesn't spawn the enemies again. There's like little things like that. It's kind of dangerous though, right? Because like if you have to kind of know exactly what you're trying to do, or else you can make some big mistakes, but it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. From the little bit of Python that I've done, I think I prefer it over Python, but it could just be that I've worked in this a lot more than Python. Trying to get my attention so I don't run late. Yes, 1:15. We should raid here. Let's just do a quick commit. Oops. Okay, what did we do? We'll just say started refactoring all game objects to be spawned via a sprite layer. We'll call it a refactor. Let's push. All right. If something doesn't equal nil, yeah, you can just use not. It's kind of Pythonic in that way. It's a little different than Python though. There were some things, I was working in Godot before I did this game, and GD script kind of uses the same sort of Pythonic thing with not. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I tripped myself up trying to use it the same way I used not in Python here. It's a little bit different. There are still some times when I use like the tilde. Like I think for my my heads up display here, I go like, yeah, if game state isn't game over, because I was doing if not game state equals game over, and I can't remember why that wasn't working. I had to like look up the Lua reference. It's a little bit different. But anyways, which one did I forget to save? I always fucking forget to save something. Gates. Save this. Okay, we should raid out. Dom, it's good to have you here, man. By the way, I play in a band called the Dead South. I'm actually a banjo player, so we usually that's how I make a living. So we usually start each stream with about an hour or so of banjo practice, because I got to stay in shape for tour, and then we do this, because this has been my absolute favorite thing in the world for the last couple of months. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun to chat with someone who fucking also does Lua. We got a couple other people. Novus is a programmer. There's someone else too. PDX. There are a couple programmers have been hanging out. Code with Sean. He's cool. Yeah, man. We'll be back Friday. Actually, tomorrow night. I don't know what time zone you're in. Tomorrow evening, after I put the kids to bed, we'll do a little bit of deving and then probably some gaming. Been doing an Ocarina of Time playthrough. And then Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, we'll be back, do a little banjo, and then some deving again. Banjo player and developer, I know. Can you imagine two worse traits in a human being? Put the guy up in the fucking Discord, hell yeah. Okay, let's find somebody to raid. I gotta get running here. We got any developers online right now? We've been raiding Nutty a lot. Eric's on. Maybe we should raid Eric. Your End is on. I love Your End too. He's also a developer. We raided him recently though. Let's raid Eric. Eric is an artist. He's really, really good. He's made some emotes and merch for this channel. He's a super nice guy. And he's an incredible artist. Picture quests and stuff. It's really cool. Novus, thank you very much. Dom, thank you for joining us in here. Kestelos Cruz, Grumpy Puppy, Rocinante, Priscilla, iGrader, Kestelos, anybody else I'm missing. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. We will be back tomorrow night. Might be late. It's been the nighttime routine's a little longer now with two kids, so it's usually like 8:30 my time, which is what is that? 10:30 Eastern. It might be closer to 11 or so, 11:30 Eastern. So we kind of a late one, but we'll dev for an hour or two and maybe play some games. Kind, it's good to see you too. iGrader, my dude. Fuck yeah. Thanks everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thought I did, I guess I don't. Holy crap, man. Colton Frick Crawford. It's Colton Crawford.